Okay, now it's an official good morning. Where do I want to go? And do I want to spend the day and the extra time traveling to a place where we didn't have much luck last time when we were actually looking at land? I'm like, I didn't get to go through Sierra Vista. And also, I really wanted to, even though I know it's in a different county, not to necessarily look for land, but it's during the week, so it shouldn't be as busy. I'm thinking about going to Dubak. I definitely wanted to stop by the donkey rescue again. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to do that, but I did want to do that. Yeah, so that's kind of a half-hearted plan right now. It's the usual. I'm just going to have a great day and stop off in Tucson. My biggest thing this trip was, can I find a place to park with enough daylight left or to do art and to do the shows. I don't have a show scheduled today. I do tomorrow. As a extra note on that, I think I have decided to open up the Etsy shop again. Well, I'm going to be off soon and I don't like to have my phones running off. I finally did download GPS. I did. Yeah, I got off track a couple times by using my paper map and kept falling off and taking places that I thought I needed to take, and went out of my way by quite a ways a couple times because I had to go all the way down to the next exit before turning around and coming back. Great. That's the right way really to do it, is how we used to do it without phones and devices, is that you stop and ask and you use paper maps. I'm going to use it to get out of the cities and through the cities because that's been really tedious for me. Off on our adventures in the element today, and maybe we'll get some chance to do some art. So gorgeous here. I wonder if this is all government or state land. Just don't know if my other camera can catch it, so I'm trying to capture all of the blooms. Mid-March, Arizona. It is gorgeous in here. Okay, I am really excited right now. I'm gonna pee my pants. I was heading, and we were heading towards Tucson, to the Costco in Tucson, and when I'm making one of my turns via the assistance, it said something about Biosphere, and then turn right towards Tucson. I was like, I'm sorry, what? What? I had no idea the Biosphere was out here. I knew it was in Arizona somewhere, but I thought it was like Sligman or high up north. But no, this is Biosphere 2. I was like, no way. So I pulled over and redid a second route. I'm like, where is this Biosphere? And apparently it's a huge solarium. It might not be in the best of shape, but I don't care. Solarium arboretum, whatever they call them. I don't care. And I was like, oh, please be less than $100, please. And it is. We'll see. What I saw online seemed to be very reasonable. I'm gonna go check this out. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. This is a part of the garden, part of the art in garden and adventures, artisan, health, lifestyle, home and garden channel. Impromptu life. Gosh, I'm so freaking excited. Here's a little bit of the diagram of the sections we'll be walking through here. So I thought I would just kind of take some quick photos of these. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited about this. I didn't think that you would want to read all this, but it's pretty neat. And I love the warning signs. You're in the desert. You can kind of hear the auto tour. They have a speaking tour in the background. Some people had downloaded those on their phones. But this scenery up here, this is some of the most gorgeous landscape I think I have ever seen. Wow, did they find a niche section here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It does look like there's some other homes up in here, but it's very expensive. I know, because I looked. There's the lung back there, and we're going to be walking through that big, huge building. These other buildings, I think, are for their, what did she call it? Oh, they also, yeah, so this right here, their active rainwater harvesting system, you could actually see them on the sides of some of the buildings. You can pause it and read the rest. I'm going to keep going. This is amazing. It's such a beautiful day. There's like one of the tanks. There's all these little buildings. It's so cool. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't she gorgeous? Wow, so beautiful. Plants here. And I think that big round one there could be wrong, but I believe that is the lung. We will see when we get inside. Oh, guess we have to go this way anyway. I find the architecture absolutely fascinating because I don't know if you've followed any of my stuff where I'm really into the dome stuff. How things and the structures are strengthened by the triangles. Look at this thing. See all the leaves? All the leaves in there. Time for happy plants. This is the entrance. Little introductory video. And then I kind of get a little lost, and here we're in, this is the orchard room. Look at this fig tree. This is a fig tree. The fig trees were quite big. But this was a pathos, and I couldn't believe it. I tried to show the size of these leaves, way larger than my hand. Very happy pathos. Look at the size of those leaves. On the orchard tree. Citrus. You see that one right there? See that one right there? Look, guys. It's a fig tree. Oh my goodness. Very impressive. I'm getting super excited here because we're going to go into, I guess, another one of the main buildings and around the system a little bit. They let the basic tourist price go into the main buildings, and then the rainforest. Wow. This right here, and it has a little hummingbird nest in it, is actually the fire stick plant. I don't know if you can see how big it is. It's hard to tell by video, but there's one of the branches off of the fire stick plant. It is huge. So that thing can get very big. Where's the little, that is a little hummingbird nest, right? You can see it. Not be too hard to see from there it is. Can you see her? Sorry, I can't look too still. She's right. She's actually in her nest. So a lot of what you hear in the background is construction that's going on, and also the fans. There's the wind. I thought it was really amazing how they make this artificial wind. I believe it's the lung building that helps create a draft for the plants. I might have to come back. They're about to bloom right here. This is a Venus. This is over. See, all these haven't bloomed yet. I felt like I was getting a really good idea of, I believe it was supposed to be 7 people who stayed in the Biosphere when they closed it off to the outside. And I really felt like, of course, I went through the section where they kept the animals, and I'm a little bit confused as to why they keep the animals separate. That means it says it's locked in. Look at this. So yeah, there's a look at this. I don't know if you can see the size of that thing. There's a big old fire extinguisher above, so you kind of get an idea. It is very amazing, though. I'm extremely impressed with the diversity, and they probably had a lot of other different types of plants as well when they started it. But it did seem like possibly not enough plants to me for 7 people. I know you only need like an acre or so if done correctly. But that you should see a documentary on Biosphere 2, because ultimately what had created the system to fail is actually quite interesting, and I believe it came down to a specific type of soil bacterium or soil microbiome that wasn't thriving or was causing too much CO2. I can't remember exactly right now off the top of my head, but I do remember watching the documentary before many years ago, and it was absolutely fascinating. I was so tickled to be able to come in here, and we're not even in the rainforest yet. So hold on, because it's a coming. This was so worth every penny. I felt like it was just absolutely amazing, and amazing to walk through an enclosed system that is out here in the desert. It's very humid and much more, it was warm. And then when you get into the rainforest, it's even warmer and more humid. Absolutely stunning and beautiful. I love the high glass. How they were able to construct it is incredibly impressive. I was very impressed with the older plants that have obviously, it seems like, have been growing in here from the beginning, because the sheer size of them is very, very amazing. And they still had some room to grow. Of course, they're probably trimmed and cut back a bit. And I'm not sure what the construction noise is. I had to turn off some of the sound on some of this because it was quite overwhelming. And they said avocado tree. And it was really nice to see so many familiar plants for sure. I think that a system like this, look at those fruits, would have been, I'm sure they have their reasons for not having some birds other than the hummingbird, but actually intentionally having some birds in here, which would help with the natural fertilization as well as critter control. As there's just so many reasons to have birds within your habitat. There's also I don't know how accurate it is, but there is about it, but
how birds and bird singing and the sound of birds actually stimulates plants to do certain things and to be ultimately superiorly healthy. You actually need to have the sound of birds and birds in the environment. Of course, this is new theories and new studies, but they obviously wouldn't have had that information then. And I'm not even sure how accurate it is. That's something I'm still looking into.
I'm about to cry. I am about to cry. So we're actually in a rainforest section. Look at the massive. This is the big pyramid shaped one. Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing. Look at it. This is so cool. Oh, look at the Dothraki down there. They're huge. To come down. Oh my goodness. Look at just like Tarzan and the vines. Like, you've got to come here. This is so amazing. Oh yeah, I see other mountains down there, but I don't think you come back and look at the size. I think those are type of banana. I don't know if you can see the size of this leaf. I'm back outside. So I'd say if there is a disappointment, unless I can see another way in, is that part of the biggest room, the forest, the rainforest, it only has one little kind of side walkway, and no longer is the walkway down below open, I guess. So you can't walk down in the middle of it. I don't know why. So that's a little disappointing, to be honest with you. Look at the size of this leaf. Look at the size of these leaves. Look at how happy some of these plants are in there. I don't know if you can see, this is huge. This is like 2-3 of my heads. Look at the size. See if you can tell the size of that plant right there. That's just one leaf, guys. One leaf. And here's the building. It's one leaf. Okay, so wow, that's all I have to say. So the only little disappointment that I had was I thought in the rainforest part there would be a little bit more of a pathway to get down to the forest floor level, even if there was a walkway, and there was a little walkway down there, but she said that's mostly for research people because you're just kind of given a little walkway along the top. And either way, it is something, if you love plants and gardening and stuff like that, that you should come and absolutely check out. I thought this was in northern Arizona. I didn't know it was here. This is not northern Arizona. I thought, okay, there's a good test is something in a very unhospitable environment. Yes, you can say the desert's unhospitable, but there's still going to be a little bit more of a controlled temperature. And for some reason, I thought this was in northern Arizona, but it is not. Yeah, and beautiful drive, even on the way to this location. The back way from Phoenix, 79, and through Florence, absolutely stunning drive. Again, this is after mid-March, and they do have some flowers that were about to bloom, as you saw in the video. I'm thinking give it 3 or 4 more days and those are going to start to peel. So if you ever want to visit, you can kind of plan the times to come and walk through. It is currently, at this time of this videoing, it was $25 for a walkthrough per one person, and I felt like overall and I did not really do the tour thing on the phone. I just booked. I was like, because I really wanted to see the solariums and the plants. And the ocean part was pretty cool too. But I was impressed. I mean, for $25, absolutely. If you love plants, put it on your must see. All right. Next. Subscribe, follow Art, Garden, Health, The Impromptu Life, Artisan Adventures, Art Projects. Who knows what I'm going to be up to next? So, all right.